Everton 2, Manchester United 2. What the hell did we just witness there, Manchester United fans? 70 minutes of utter shite, and then a manic last 20 minutes brought on by the worst and the best of our captain, Bruno Fernandes. Today he hit double figures for the season, the first player to do that this season. The positives are there with Bruno Fernandes, but my God, does this man try to lose as many games as he does win them? I cannot fault his passion, I cannot fault his work rate, I cannot fault his endeavour and what he believes in, but oh my God, him and that team, let's not forget what that first 70 minutes was compared to the last 20 minutes plus the 10 added on, to be honest, because that's what's going to take the headlines. That's what's going to get Manchester United fans talking. A bit of belief, a bit of something in that game to hold on to, a bit of fight all of a sudden. But goals change games, and that literally brought us that lifeline. If it wasn't for Bruno's passion and shouting his head off for that handball from the first free kick before we got the second free kick, which he scored, only Bruno would do that, we wouldn't be in the position we're in right now talking about a few positives, because that goal changed everything. Before that, though, what the actual F was Manchester United? I'll say it again, actually. What the fuck was Manchester United? It was an absolute disgrace of a performance, that. It was so poor. We had Sir Alex Ferguson sat in the stands, and this is what he was. It was... TNT caught it. They caught it on camera. They seen what Sir Alex Ferguson's done. It was so... it was so dreadful. Honestly, you're looking at that as an opposition looking in at Manchester United, and you're feeling sorry for them. That's how crap they were. The Maguire, shocking. The goals, oh my God. Andre Onana, leave. He even tried to throw it in at the end there. He parried another ball into the middle of the area where Everton got a penalty. And lo and behold, as crazy as that last 20 minutes was, Andy Madley, the villain from the Arsenal game, who was giving us nothing all game, goes and looks at the fucking VAR screen and overturns a penalty. There is hope in this world for the PGMOL. My God, what was that about? I've no chance, I said, that they're going to overturn that. But Onana, at fault. How many times are we going to say it? And Maguire, shocking, all game, absolutely pathetic. De Ligt cannot pass the ball 5 yards. We were dragged through that by the inconsistency of what Bruno Fernandes' game is. That was it. And luckily he had the nous and he had the presence to put that ball in from the free kick. But before that, Dalot, Maguire, De Ligt, everybody in that back line. Dorgu was the only player on that pitch that deserved credit. Him and Garnacho when he came on the pitch. And I think proof there in Garnacho as well being a super sub. That's his best position on the bench. Coming on, having an impact on games. I just don't think he's that type of starter that works for United. I really don't. You could say that Rasmus Højlund is done. That's another thing to take away from that game. He really is. He is that poor. He was absolutely shocking again. Xerxes, hot and cold. Oh my God. If he just had something about him, he had a couple of chances to play certain balls in there at the end, and United would have won that game. It has to be better. He wasn't great today either. Bruno Fernandes, like we just described, all over the place. There was a moment in that game when they got their second goal where Bruno Fernandes, who was playing in a 10 position, was deeper than both deep line midfielders, Casemiro and Manuel Ugarte. He then legs it up the pitch to try and get back into his position when he didn't need to get hold of the ball from full-back, to then be completely out of position and United overrunning midfield. Maguire start trying to play an offside that he shouldn't play, and in go Everton, and there is the second goal. We even had a chance to clear that. We had a warning in the first half. Corner comes in. United have 5 headers to try and clear the ball. Still can't clear it. 1-0 down. We get caught in possession and overrunning midfield for the second goal. It comes in. We get the save. A little bit of a warning. Okay, let's just stand there and watch the ball in the air for a minute. Let's see. Bang! 2-0, too late. What the fucking hell is going on? Seriously. What is that defending all about, Manchester United? I will not forget that first 70 minutes. I won't. And as pleased as I am that we battled back and showed a little bit of fight and something at the end there, for Ruben's sake, my God, because he looked like an absolutely finished man on that bench at half-time. When he came out and the players came out, he had that camera panning down on him, and I thought, you know what, he's done. I thought like he was done. And that moment, and that's what Bruno Fernandes is. Bruno Fernandes is a moment player that will turn a game on its head. Rio Ferdinand came onto the commentary after that goal and said, goals change games. And Bruno's goal absolutely did do that. Manuel Ugarte and his finish as well, well done to him. Great finish there. And in the end, United looked like they were favourites to actually go on and win that game. But it still wasn't enough. It's still a point away to Everton. It's still dropped points for Manchester United. And we're still in the mire. We're still nowhere near where we need to be. And that is what that was. I said at the top of the show on the watch along that we did, and thank you if you did come along and watch that with us, that this was a 6-pointer. It was a 6-pointer in a relegation battle. Everton were well clear if they won that game. We've just halted them a little bit. We've just given ourselves a little bit of momentum, and United could maybe use this against the game in the game against Ipswich on Wednesday. That's it. They haven't ruined our weekend. They showed a little bit of bottle and fight at the end and ground out a point. It's better than a defeat, and we scored 2 goals in one game. That would have been, if United didn't score in that game, 1 goal in 4 in the Premier League. 3 goals in 4 is still pathetic. But can you imagine if we had lost that game today? Right now, clinging on to a draw is not good enough. It sounds pathetic. I'll look back at this and think, wow, how low are my standards? I will, I know I will. I'm carried away by the emotion and the raw reaction to the game itself. We are going to be live later on this afternoon as well, just before the 5:30 kickoff. 4:45, we're going to be live with Jay doing the full-on breakdown show as well. So we'll go through everything after the dust has settled. But right now, my raw emotions are taking over me, and I can't help it. I can't help but feel like they showed a little bit of something. But then again, the realist inside me says it's simply because we scored a goal from a set piece from Bruno. That's it. That's all it was. We weren't creating any chances. We weren't creating nothing. Pickford had a field day. It looked like Everton could pick us off at any moment. But Bruno put the ball in the net. And it changed the game. This is what Ruben Amorim has been talking about forever and a day. Them moments, taking them chances. Bruno stepped up, Bruno scored. He was involved in the next one as well, with the cross that came in and the melee that ensued with the goal for Manuel Ugarte. So involvement's right there with Bruno. But then right at the end of the game, and I don't know if many people have picked up on it, Bruno Fernandes plays a suicide ball into Manchester United's 18-yard box, which led to the penalty which was disallowed. Head gone moments. Calm down. It's too erratic. It's too crazy. And there's zero control in Manchester United's game. It's absolutely unbelievable. We got away with it today. We got away with it. That's what I want to finish on and say, because that was nothing like the type of football that we want. And that comment that came out in the week when it was said that Manchester United players feel like it's through individual moments and a bit of luck here and there. That's how we get our points and our wins, not through what Ruben's doing. That was that game. That was Everton. Battered and dominated, outfought, outwitted for 70 minutes. Then we put a free kick in. The game changes. Everton shrink a little bit, and that's United taking advantage of a moment again, and we got a point out of it. It's a point at Goodison. It's not fantastic, but it's better than a defeat. I'm not getting carried away with it. We move on, and we go from there. But get your comments in below. Let me know what you think. Who was your... Well, is there anyone that stood out in that, or was it just lucky? That's what I'm asking. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's up on your screen right now, everybody. I'll see you later on in the live reaction show.